Hello, I'm Tim Pears, also known as TR Pears, because if you've got an R as a middle initial and you write fantasy, you damn well use it. And I'm here today to ramble in a largely unscripted manner for well over 2 minutes and then savagely edit it down to talk about my current book, The Zero of Destiny, which is an entrant in SPFBO 9, assuming I've got those initials in the right order. SPFBO 9. Yeah. The self-published fantasy blog off, for those of you not in the know, if you know what I mean. So, I typically write epic fantasy in the science fantasy genre, where science fiction and fantasy collide head on and there's a horrible mess. And then I publish them as books. However, when you're doing that, occasionally you have ideas which are silly. And you have other ideas which are very silly indeed. And once you've written 4 books in the series, whatever, I may leave that in. Once you've written 4 books in the series, you end up with a lot of very silly ideas, and you think to yourself, well, I must be able to do something with those. So what I did with them is I put them in here. And if you are so inclined, you can toddle on over to Amazon now. I didn't think that was going to be on the camera, but there it is, toddling. You can toddle on over to Amazon right now and find out exactly how silly those ideas are. And let me tell you, they are silly. So what's the premise of the book? I don't hear you ask, because this is a recorded video and it's not two-way. But regardless, the premise is as follows. You have a hero, a gentleman by the name of Invictus Cull, who is invincible. There's no two ways about it. He is invincible. He wins at absolutely everything, which isn't as great as it sounds, because he's found out that that's because of a prophecy and not because of anything he's done, and therefore he's rather gone to seed. So he decides to recuse himself from society and hide away in a Dark Lord's tower, because no one can stop him going in there, and no one can stop him nicking all the food, and no one can tell him what to do. But unfortunately, on the way to his refuge, he upsets, in fact he ruins the life of a certain barbarian warrior by the name of Deathscream. Yes, that is her name. No, she doesn't like people making fun of it. Don't ask about the chickens. And Deathscream pledges herself on a course of revenge to slay Invictus Cull, avenge her tribe, and restore her honour. Of course, the problem with that is that until Invictus Cull saves the world, he's invincible. And the problem with that is Invictus Cull has absolutely no intention of saving the world, because he knows that once he's saved the world, he's vulnerable, so he's not going to do it. So therefore, Deathscream has to find Invictus, drag him out of the Dark Tower, by force if necessary, although that should be impossible. Regardless, she's got to get him out of the tower, and she's got to convince him, trick him, or whatever, to save the world by any means necessary. Because then she can kill him, which will make her happier, and Invictus won't care about it much because he'll be dead. Anyway, if you think that prospect sounds intriguing, then first off, you are possibly as strange as I am. And second off, you can read all about it in The Zero of Destiny, which is out now.